Okay, so this is the first in a series. If you have never seen Star Trek, this is a great place to start. I highly recommend you start at the first episode of Star Trek ever, episode 1, season 1, and just go through the whole thing. That will be epic binge watching on an intergalactic scale. But let's just start, because this is especially for the people who don't know what Star Trek is, with season 1, episode 23. The title is Space Seed. Okay, so here we go. And of course, that ship is the Enterprise. And that is the bridge. So the ship, that's their spaceship that they travel the galaxy in. Right now, they're on the control center of that ship. It's called the bridge. So again, they are on the bridge of the Enterprise. And that very handsome man in the chair, that is Captain Kirk. So if you've always wondered who is Captain Kirk, that is Captain Kirk. Young, handsome, afraid of nothing, always charging into danger. And that pointy-eared person next to him, he is not human. He's a Vulcan. And we'll get back to them. Well, let's just talk about them now. Vulcans are logical. So they have pointy ears and they are logical. So no emotions, just logic. So right now they've just picked up a ship, an old Earth ship. And they're wondering, where's this old Earth ship from? How could we have found it? How could it have gotten this far out into space? You know, it's so technologically inferior to us. Okay. Now, earlier, and we'll see her again, you saw a black woman in the background, and her name is Uhura, and she's very important. She's the communications officer. There she is again. Her name is Nichelle Nichols. Now, you have to understand, back in the 60s, it was a huge deal to have a black woman on television. And in the words of Whoopi Goldberg, Mama, there's a black woman on TV and she ain't nobody's maid. And here we have the, I'm not going to skip the intro. I'll just let you see it. Maybe General Chang will do something with the intro. So you should really see it for yourself. But this is the so if you've always wondered where the heck did this monologue come before, if you ever wondered where did this monologue come from, this music, where no man has gone before, this is it. The epic, iconic intro to one of the most epic, iconic shows ever. So if you're wondering, man, why the heck are all my Star Trek friends, why do they love this show so much, you're going to begin to understand. So there's the Enterprise again, next to the old Earth ship they found. The Enterprise is practically it's their home, it's practically a character on the show. Now, back again, there's Uhura. Now, it's very easy to say Uhura, the character, and this show is so racist and so sexist because she's the communications officer. In other words, she answers the telephone. In other words, she's this white male's secretary. You can make that argument. But it's also important to remember that you have a woman of any color on a TV show, and she's there to do something, not to be anybody's boyfriend or husband. She's there doing something. Now, this is very important right here. You're seeing Spock talk to Kirk, and the other person he's talking to, let's wait for him to show up. There he is, Dr. McCoy. And one of the big things about this show is the rapport between McCoy, Spock, and Kirk. Now, I mentioned earlier that Spock is a Vulcan. He's totally logical. And McCoy his character is very emotional. There you go, there you go. And that scene is one of many scenes in this show that really characterize the show. And the symbolism here is that McCoy represents our emotions, Spock represents our intellect, and Kirk represents humanity. Humanity is the balance between our intellect and our emotion.